Okay. So let me first start the missions. Okay. So let me know what we have done in the last session. What we have done in the last session, guys, do you remember? So in the last session, we were talking about the Ansible modules, correct? So we were doing some hands-on work. Hands-on work we were doing, right? So here it is. Let's proceed from there. So let's do more hands-on. Okay. So this is what line in file module we done. So let me go with some concept called variables, guys. Variables. So in the Ansible, if you want to feed any variables and get your work done, then you have to start doing start using the data into the variables. So I hope you already know the variables concept here. So let's say A is equal to 10. Now in this, A is called as variable and 10 is called value and equal to is called operator. So A is a value. Sorry, A is a variable, B is a value and equal to is an operator. So that is how we handle here. Now in Ansible, so let's say if you want to write it, then let me go ahead and do one sample so that you'll understand Visual Code Studio. I'll write one sample on the variables. You need to know how to write it first of all. Declaration and how to use them is most important. Example number 7 on variables concept dot YML. So let's say hyphen name of the playbook. So playbook on use case of variables concept. Okay. Host. So please do it on all the missions. And let's say, okay, here is the point. When you're planning to declare some variables, you have to use a metric called as words, or you have to use a attribute called as words case. So like we use host to call the machines and name to call the playbook. So likewise here we say words. So this is what you need to say. Words in small letters, guys. Don't use capitals, words. So first one, A is to 10. See how I'm declaring. B is to 20.50. C is to single code alphanumeric AP 28DC 0505 car number. Then D colon, I'll say double quotes, welcome to India. Correct? So A is to 10, B is to 20.50, C is to so and so, and D is welcome to India. Now, so let's start doing some sample. So let's say the next task property. Task should be like parent here. Task, not here. They all should be like in hierarchy. Okay. Name. So we say colon. Okay. So let me switch out this. So name. So what we say is so code to create a file. Okay. So I'm using file property. I'll say at path at /opt. So please create a file called variables dot txt. So that is a file I'm creating. And action is equal to action is touch. That will create a file. Now my target is code to write the variable values into the file. So what I'll say, I'll use something called line in file module. Then I will say path at /opt at variables dot txt. I'll use content, I think line property. I'll say, now the value of A is, this is called Jinja templating, guys. What you see on the screen is called Jinja templating. B is B and C is C. So what will happen is it will print the values of C. The double flower brackets, whatever I just given, so that is called as Jinja templating. So and D or D is D. Correct? So action is what? Action is what? It is present or create, guys. What you should write here? You remember what we'll write in line in file? Action is write. Okay. No, I don't think so. See, line in file, create is equal to yes. So we'll say create is equal to yes. That's it. One line empty, that is sufficient. So have you understood small program, guys? It's not a big program. We are just trying to understand how you declare the variables and how you call them. Because when you're writing your YAML scripting for your Ansible in your real time, so you should be aware of the small basics, how to write the variables, how to declare the variables, and how to get them, call them. So click on save. Update it. Commit. Say yes. And click on sync options. Sync. So it is synced. So what I'll do is I'll connect to my server now. 1 second, guys. I need to connect to a wired connection. What are you talking? Line in file, no? You did not mention D in the file name. I think correct only. So what is wrong here? Okay. Fine. So let me go ahead and connect. So we are already connected. ls-l cd going to 31b. Then we'll say git pull. Put the ID. And then put the token. So 32b2. You guys are 31 now, so I need to copy this. Why connection aborted? Control R. So now I'll do a try run. And this is on example number 6. No errors. Go for execution. So we went for execution and we can see this has been done. Now what we'll do is we'll connect to the client machine from here only. We'll use this better. 192.168.1.150 is our client. Reach to that guy and cd into the /opt, and you should see that file variables.txt. So where we kept that variables.txt? So yeah, this is wrong, guys. It is not action. So it is a state touch. So we'll have to save it once again. Save. Updated state value. Commit. Say yes. Then go to sync. Okay. Come here to the server, back to the server. And please again re-execute this. Now we need to do a pull. Latest. And again put the token. Done. Then go ahead and execute this. It should create a file now. Sorry, we are executing wrong program. What is our file number? Example number 7. We are trying to execute since then 6 only. It is 7. Okay. So it got executed. So check on to the client, ls-l, you should see the variables file. Yeah. And cat this file, you should see all those stuff. See, the value of A is 10, the value of B is 20.5, so and so. We will come to India. Yeah. So take down, guys. So please take down this program. So in this example, we are trying to understand the variables concept. That is what we are trying to do. So once you have written, please let me know. So is it done, guys? Please confirm. Okay, so I only got the answer from Samir. So I'm not sure about others. Okay. So that's a variables concept. So example number 2 is already there in the notes. Please give it a try. And the next is loops concept, guys. Loops. So in the loops, so I hope you know the loops. So in the languages, normally anything that you want to do repetitive things, we call it as loop. Okay, repetitive things until the condition fails, we call it as looping stuff in the languages. But generally, so don't apply the same logics here. So looping concept is somewhat looks similar to that only, but we don't write like a logic of like a programming. Okay, so whatever the items that you want to loop, we declare those items here. Now let's see in depth. So this is one of the concept which is undergoing lot of changes. Okay, in each version of Ansible, the loops syntaxes will differ. That's the first point. So the versions will differ based on syntaxes will differ based on the versions. And loops concept we use along with the modules. And again, not every module will cooperate with the loops case. So when you see in the syntaxes of the modules that, okay, one of the property, if you see that there is a loop there, then it will help you to go ahead and work with the loops concept. If you do not find any property that talks about loops there, then we can't use that module. Now in Ansible, okay, so in Ansible, so looping concept or see, once upon a time, the loops concept of Ansible was looking like a language. So it is more looks like a language coding. So what happened is day after day, they made it so simple that the dependency is coming down. And in the future, they want to entirely eliminate the loop concept. So that is an objective of the Ansible. In their documentation, they have given that the complexity of the loops has been coming down. Going forward, they want to eliminate such option. Now, this is the syntax of the past case. So this is how we used to write in the past. So if you see on the screen, you see this in the past. You just focus on this word, whatever I highlight, okay? We use something called this item. And whatever the items that you want to loop, you have to declare here. Simple. So item is a constant word in the form of Jinja templating. And whatever the items that you want to loop, you have to write it here. That's it. And they are written in the form of list. And this is what you used to write in the past. So that means previous versions of the Ansible. If you are using less than 2.9 version, you have to write the coding in this fashion. So current version also supports the backward compatibility. So we can try writing in this fashion. So let me try. So directly I'll copy this code. Okay. And go there and go to this files and click on the new file. And I'll say this is the example number 8 on loops concept past dot YML. Paste the program. So observe once again, guys. See the name tag I used, host tag I used, and task, and I was using name, M module, and name. I'm supposed to declare the name of the application, but instead of that, so this value is constant, guys. Item is always a constant word. We will open the Jinja templating and give a space and give a space here. So space is there. And then we'll say state present. That means it is going to install all these applications. Okay. Now, before I want to execute on the client, I want to show you the proof. On the client, finger command does not exist. That's the reason when you say finger root, you'll get an error. See, it says command not found. So finger is a Linux command which will show you the user statistics case. So this command does not exist on the client. So that is the reason we are getting this error. Okay. Now let's go here and execute it. So first of all, I hope we have to save this and then comment this. I'll say added the code, commit. So I'll show you some live instance shortly, which I had to revert the code today. A situation has come after a long time for me where I have to step back upon the code. I have written some code and it did not work. I had to revert. Okay. Then we have to sync this. Where is the sync button? Still no. Okay. Then clear the screen. So we'll say git pull. Then check it. So I got the loops file here. Okay. So I want to execute it. I'm doing the syntax check on file number 8. So no errors. Then I remove the syntax check and execute. So we saw on the client that finger command is not working, correct? See finger root. So the code was written to install, see whatever the items. So this is also constant, see with underscore items, and this item is constant. That means we cannot change whatever the loop items that you want to declare. So what happens is first it will install the Git, then it will go with the Docker, then it will go with the net-tools, then it will go with the finger, because you listed 4 items to be looped. So if it is done, it is doing its work. Now it is trying to give a warning, depreciation warning, saying that this is not the way you are supposed to write. Going forward, this feature will be removed in 2.11. Okay, it seems to be done. So I'll go to the client machine. Now I'll try the finger command. Okay. So rest of the applications already installed, we know that, but I'm experimenting with the finger root. Press enter. You see, it is working. Understood? So this is how. So please take down this program, guys. So this is how you are supposed to write. Please write this into your books. And let me know once this is done. Give me a minute. I need to give quick approval. Okay, so I hope, guys, is it done? Please take down this quickly. Okay. Nice. So now let's say how to write in the current version. So I'll copy this program and I'll put it there so that you'll know how the current will write. Plus example number 9, the same loops concept in present format dot YML. Paste the code. Now the same logic. The only difference is earlier we said items here. Now we say item. And earlier we said with underscore items. Now we are saying just only the loop. Now this time we are trying to remove the application. We say absent means if these applications are there, it will remove. So I will go ahead and save and commit it. Click on sync changes. And then we'll go to the server. We try git pull. We'll say git pull. Then we put the token. Yeah, we got the file. So let's go ahead and execute this. Example number 9. Press enter. No issues. I'm going for execution. Now click on this. So on the client side, on the server side, it is done. Reach out to the client and try no finger command. One sample. Finger root. So it's not working. No such file or directory. Okay. Now go ahead and take down this program, guys. So the observation is a new word came called loop here. So please take down this program and let me know once this has been done. So is it done, guys? Please confirm. Nuja, is it done? Arjun, Atif, Ranga, Divya. Okay, nice. Now let's move on to the future version. So we saw how to write in past and how to write in current version. Now let's see how to write in the future versions. The same code I'm planning to rewrite like this, guys. Same piece of code. Same example, but I'll write differently. So here, go to the plus symbol and I'll say example number 10 on loops concept in future. So this is the way you're supposed to write in the 2.11 version of Ansible. Paste. See. Now this is super easy, guys. It is super easy here. The reason is we'll open up the square bracket and we'll close the square bracket and we'll list all the items that we are planning to loop. And when you write the items here, please make sure that you use them single quotes. And between the each item, there is a comma. And space is there. It's up to you whether to give or not. Space is not mandatory here, but comma is mandatory. Single quotes is mandatory, comma is mandatory. So let me try. Go ahead and save. Commit. So we'll say updated. So sync the changes, click OK. Okay. Now reach out to the server and do the syntax check of example number 10. Why it is not 10? What happened to file name example number 10 only? Okay. Reason it is not coming is we have to try pull first. We forgot. So pull, copy this. Yeah, then we'll try this. Yeah, no errors. Without syntax check, we'll run. So now this program is planning to install again. Okay. So if it is planning to install, then definitely it will install the applications. Once it is done, we'll get your prompt back. Fine. Now what we'll do is we'll go to the client computer and we'll fire the finger command again. Earlier it did not work. Now it's working. Finger root. So are we clear on this? Okay, nice. So please take down this program. So once it is done, please let me know. So is it done, guys? Please confirm. Okay. Nice. So the next concept is vault. So very important concept, guys. Very, very important concept, which you will use in the real time also, this concept. And this concept is also hot topic for the interview. So this is one of, you can say, very important questions from the Ansible segment, vault. So before we move on to the vault, so I want to tell you one nice success story. So you want to listen? Those who want to listen, please type it yes. Those who want to say no, then type it no. So I think I told for your batch or not, I don't know. So there was a lady called as Sweta. Did I told? Sweta? Really? Okay, I don't remember whether I told her or not. So Sweta, so she got job. Yeah, on Tuesday I told. Okay, then fine. That's okay. If I already told, then yeah, 2 kids. Yes, nice. You guys remember? Yeah, Johnson Controls is a company. Her joining date is on March 23rd. March 23. She called me today and she was taking some help regarding on how to fill that form. Form filling. They will give no company form fillings. So she had little confusion on filling. So she called me. Okay. So let's focus here on the vault. So Ansible vault. So this is a concept where you have to apply whenever your intention is to protect the playbook, guys, because playbook contains the logic where the code is sitting and where to deploy. So keeping your playbook little, I mean to say unprotected style can be a security challenge. So to overcome this headaches, Ansible has came up with a concept called vault. So what happens when you apply the vault? So when you apply the vault, Ansible vault upon a file, this file should be a YAML file only, guys. Don't apply this on a PDF or a document or paintbrush. No, it will only work upon the YAML file only. So once you apply this on YAML file, so whatever the content that is sitting in that file, it gets encrypted. It gets encrypted, guys. Even if somebody opens the file, so it will look like everything junk and they will not be able to understand what is written. Okay, so unless you put the password, because when at the time of encrypting itself, it will ask you to create a password. So unless you supply that password, you cannot see the actual content, what is sitting in that file. So that's the logic of the vault. Am I clear? So vault is like protecting your playbooks in your production environment, so that we don't want any other person to open up the playbooks and just see what is the logic written there. Okay. So let's go ahead and apply the vault technique now. So clear the screen. Clear. I'll show the vault now. So I'm increasing the font size. Okay, I'll pick up a file to implement. So I'll pick up the first file, that is example number 10. Just now we written that file. So I'll say Ansible -vault encrypt is a command. So before encrypting, I'll show you, see, cat example number 10. It is printing whatever it is there. You can open also vi example number 10 and you can see the code. So this is normal. Now I'll encrypt. I'll say Ansible -vault encrypt and example number 10. Press enter. Now it is asking you to set up a password, guys. And very, very important that once you set up the password, you are not supposed to forget. If you forget, then you have to forget the file also. So that is a simple story here. If you forget the file, then forget the file also. Okay. So I'm setting up some password. Done. The file got encrypted. Now try to cat that file and see what happens. You see, all junk stuff came. Now open that file and see. Do you see that there is a junk in it? Are we clear on this example? Understood how it is encrypting? So sometimes we may get confusion that the file got corrupted, but it is not. The reason is you need to check in the first line. In the first line, if you see called Ansible-vault, then it's an indication that it is encrypted. Now the question comes is, if the file is encrypted, then how you should see this? So there is a command called Ansible-view and apply example number, sorry, Ansible-vault, then type view. All the vault commands will start with Ansible-vault, like Ansible-playbook, like we have Ansible-vault. Now you want to say view, please type view. So it will ask the password. So whatever the password that you have created at the time of encryption, you have to supply the same password. See, it is visible now, view. And if you're planning to edit this file, I hope you know the meaning of edit, right? So then we say Ansible-vault. We'll say edit example number 10. It will ask you to put the password, and this will open in the edit mode. And you can make changes, whatever you want to make changes, and then close it. That's up to you. So that is how you do the edit. Then if you're planning to remove that vault completely, that means you want to decrypt. So we'll say decrypt. Then file becomes very normal. Normal file, like that means again you are putting in unprotected zone. So once it is decrypted, then you can happily see the file directly. See. Again, if you encrypt, again it is protected. Are we clear on this example, Kavya, Kirti, Shravya? So vault is one of the important topics in the interview. So the questions in the vault are will be very straight, guys, because nothing great deal here. They can ask you in the production environment or in any environment, if you want to protect the playbooks, what you will do. The concept is vault you need to apply. And question comes is how you will apply. They can ask you the commands. Okay. Or second situation question. I'm trying to open up the file, but everything I see, the playbook is written, but if I open the playbook, everything junk I see. That means it's a vault file. Clear? Vault protected. So this is the concept of the vault. So I want you guys to take down this commands. These are the commands, guys. Take down into your notes. Is it done? Okay, nice. So I'll go ahead and paste the notes of this one also. So this is your Ansible project, guys. So I want to give you project one day early so that you guys can practice it. So give a try. You will have next 24 hours with you. So tomorrow you'll have the class as usual. So please give a try. Okay, so this is the code. Install Apache web server on the client, start the Apache services, enable at boot time, create a log file, and then create a log directory, then create a log file and write a HTML page you should display an HTML page saying Ansible project. So this is your project code, guys. Project question. You need to give a try. Give a try and let me know tomorrow. So meanwhile, let me copy paste this notes into your class book. So let me write it at the end. So I pasted the class notes, guys. Do a practice and try to do this hands-on. So tomorrow, try to provide me the code. I'll try to do it. Okay. So that's all for the day, and we'll catch up tomorrow as usual, guys. Chalo. See you. Bye-bye. You can remove the encrypted file, no problem. Okay. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow.